Welcome to WTDC-25, the World's Telecommunication Development Conference being held in Baku in Azerbaijan, where I've got the great pleasure of being joined in the studio today by one of my colleagues, Mr. Jaroslaw Ponder, who is the Head of International Telecommunication Union's Office for Europe. Jaroslaw, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much for inviting.
Now, let's talk a little bit about WTDC-25. Every 4 years, this year here we're in Baku. There's a follow-up really from Kigali, where it was 4 years ago. I wanted to ask you with the action plan, what do you think are the most important points, salient points of this particular WTDC?
We are very much pleased with the engagement of the European membership in this conference. This conference is a proof that the digital development is an issue which is relevant for all economies over the world. Because as we are progressing with digitalization, the frontiers are disappearing. The digital issues are becoming the opportunities, also challenges for all countries, and they have to be handled, addressed jointly by all countries, and this is something what we are experiencing exactly here. Those countries who are doing great progress, coming to such conferences and bringing their perception about the digital issues, offering also not only their experiences, but also taking a look to identify the possible opportunities to strengthen the collaboration with those who would like to catch up with the digital development and maybe would like to build upon the very well established mechanisms and the projects being implemented in such countries like Europe. We have many countries here which are providing the support individually for the work of the development sector to advance the work on the technical assistance to the countries. We also this year brought some countries which were displaying the great work which we are doing with them. For example, from Montenegro, where we established the IPv6 laboratory to build the capacities, national capacities in the field of the innovation on the IPv6, but also which triggered the next step towards the development of the national broadband plan. This is the type of work which we are doing, but it doesn't only restrict to the connectivity and infrastructure. Of course, this is the basis. Universal and meaningful connectivity is by design our goal of our union. And also the digital transformation requires our support to the countries and to advance on some challenges. And one of those challenges might be, for example, children protection, which we are patiently rolling out. The series of activities are rolled out in Europe, like in Andorra, like in Malta, where we are together with the stakeholders building the human capacities in this field, inspiring the young people to become the advocate for getting much more acquainted with the potential risks in the digital area, but also with the solutions to make sure that those most vulnerable children can have the confidence in the use of the ICTs.
Now, as the head of IT's Office for Europe, you travel to many events, you attend many conferences. I wonder, is there anything in particular that makes this one stand out?
Yes, definitely. I think that in this conference you feel the spirits of the collaboration. This is not only the conference to discuss the resolutions, the political agreements on the future vision, but among those discussions you feel that the things are moving. Those who are bringing the challenges through the resolutions already finding the partners to address their national issues and also regional issues, because we have to remember that this conference is also to approve the set of the regional initiatives. In our case, these are 5 regional initiatives, including the digital connectivity, digital transformation, digital skills and inclusion, cybersecurity and innovation. These are all areas which have been defined and designed by the member states, by all stakeholders actively working with the ITU in order to make the progress over the 4 next years. And of course, having this commitment of those countries to work together towards those objectives, it helps us a lot to be much more impactful, much more focused on these areas where we are needed. And also, this makes us very happy that already in March 2026, we'll hold the Regional Development Forum in Prague, 14th of March, to translate this political vision into the practical actions to be rolled out at the national level, in some cases regional level, and in some cases also taking a look how the European offering might be useful for advancing the global agendas, helping the other regions, other countries. And this is the role which we are seeing in our operations. That's not only to focus on this, what we are doing, but also identifying these areas of the excellence which can be useful for the other continents and other countries. We have several actions like that. We're very much pleased that at the level of the European Union is strongly committed to the implementation of the Global Gateway, which is the joint EU 27 initiatives providing the support to all developing countries, including in the field of the digital development, and our partnerships with the European Commission and the members of the European Union is of the strategic importance to our region, but also to all activities of the development sector.
You talk about progress over 4 years. It's easy to forget some of those things. I know that a lot of stuff is a lot of these things that are put in writing, but is it easy to track and manage that progress?
This is one of the functions of the ITU, to make sure that we are acting very much evidence-based. This is the reason why at the level of the ITU, at the regional level, you will find a lot of statistics which we are collecting, which serve not only to compare the countries, but more importantly, to prioritize. And to act there where the impact will be the most, where is the most needed and is timely coming, taking into account also the different actions happening already on the ground. We are not the only partner on the ground providing support to the countries, but I think that the offering is big enough in order to make sure that in every country we have the proper contribution from our side in line with the mandate and expectations of the member states. So if you are taking a look at the measurement of the ICT sector, of course the statistics are of the great help, but also the direct interactions on the annual basis with all administrations, understanding their priorities, their strategies, and their challenges which they see, identify themselves, is of the key importance. This is the reason why we are present in the region. Despite of this, that we are in the headquarters, our staff is very much present at the national level, working together with the UN country teams as the non-resident agency, also contributing to the UN response to the developmental challenges in the field of the digital. And this makes us very strong believer of this, that the change is possible. It's important only to make sure that the effective partnerships can be created. But to do this, of course, we have to have commitment of the countries and clearly defined challenges which are communicated to us. Of course, in Europe, we're very much privileged. If you are saying the word Europe, everybody think about the great connectivity, high-speed networks, high level of the cybersecurity in comparison to the other parts of the world. But of course, Europe, this is the largest region in ITU groupings. 46 countries demonstrate also the cases where these disparities are big. We have also the gaps at the regional level. We need also to focus on closing those gaps, facilitating any kind of the transfer of the knowledge, of the also support between the countries, and this is something what is happening. So this makes us very, very happy that we can advance together with the member states on this agenda, making sure that ITU with its offering can remain relevant and even stronger to build upon the new emerging technologies, the offering which is currently needed. There are several areas which still requires urgent needs, even in Europe. Digital skills, it's a challenge across all regions, but including in Europe, we are working very hard in order to strengthen the human capacities in the field of the advanced digital skills. And this is the area where heavy investment is allocated. This also requires that the governments are embedding this challenge into their national digital strategies. That is systemic change. It is not one-time intervention, but the change is embedded into the organic change at the level of the country, that the young generation is prepared for the future. And this is something what we would like to do with all countries to make sure that in the future we are living the digital world without any worries, but only with the strong belief that the ICTs are making the progress for our future life.
Finally, on a personal note, can I ask you, what gives you the greatest job satisfaction as head of ITU's Office for Europe?
ITU Office for Europe is very much active on all layers. We are very much present at the national level, working with the governments, providing the technical assistance, addressing very concrete challenges of the countries. Once the day comes when we are handing over and the final product to the country, I think what makes us really happy is this feeling of the accomplishment, that we are doing something meaningful for the countries, advancing their digital agendas, but also contributing to the systemic change at the country level, advancing their progress in the countries. On the other hand, at the regional level, of course, the ITU is strengthening the development of the partnerships. We're working very closely with the European Commission. We're building a lot of actions which make sure that we are not duplicating any efforts, but we are there where we are needed, and we are complementary to this, what is happening already at the European level. This requires a lot of understanding of the political discussions, but also operational actions targeting European countries, but also going beyond Europe. And I think this is quite interesting momentum for Europe, as the ambitions are quite large, but also offering is significant in the field of the digital, where progress in the field of the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence is significant, where the first regulatory harmonization, policy regulation, strategies are launched to be applied for all European countries. So seeing this integration process and harmonization process makes us believe that this one dream of the one European market really can bring the significant effects for the end users, because by the end of the day, the technologies are there for the benefit of the end users, which are the human beings. Very often we are forgetting about this. This is the reason also why we love to work around the human-centric approach for digital transformation, reminding all project managers, all those who are designing interventions, that we have to keep the human in the center of our work, and to make sure that this, what we do, is for the humans and not for the other purposes.
Jaroslaw Ponder, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today and sharing your valuable insights with us, and we look forward to catching up with you again very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you've enjoyed this interview, then do check out our other interviews on our YouTube channel, our podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from. And for further information, visit our website at itu.int/WTDC-25. Thank you for tuning in.